Hi folks, it's Peter here in 1770, Queensland, Australia. It's the 17th of October, 2024, and I'm on my Queensland adventure on my little boat, and quite an adventure it is. If you've looked at my earlier videos, you'll know how I arrived in 1770 about a week and a half ago, and am still here. So, 1770, other than being a beautiful spot, the significance of 1770 is that this was James Cook, Captain James Cook, second landing place in Australia in his voyage of discovery in 1770. He first set foot in Botany Bay, as people in this part of the world would know, but his second landing place was here in 1770 on the 24th of May. Surprisingly, in 1770. So, yes, he actually moored, or anchored, should I say, in the bay, right near where I had my little mishap, because back then that's where the channel was. In fact, it was there not that long ago. But yes, it is sort of known as the birthplace of Queensland, because of that event. Anyway, I am here, awaiting things to happen. And yet certainly go back to my arrival in 1770, on the 6th of October, just to see what unfolded. But I just took a few snippets around the place in the last few days, and I thought I'd just stick them together just to, give you an idea, basically, of, what life is like here. Anyway, I hope you enjoy.
Oh, the little birds have come to cheer me up. Thanks, fellas. Not that I'm down, but it's uplifting. Having these little guys come around, they're slightly different from the ones further north. Good morning to some of my neighbours. Yeah, way too energetic.
Well, sunset cruise. I don't know where they're going to land. Oh yeah, there's a bit of a sandbar there. They usually land on the sandbar there and watch this guy go down. And, yeah, high tide coming. It's a washing machine here at the moment. Yeah, they all get out. I think they got champagne, probably. If not, it should do. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Right, so here we are, on Friday the 11th of October. Yeah, I should have taken more video as things were going along, but quite frankly I didn't feel like it. This is the laundry I'm going to take today. I'm kindly getting a ride to the nearest town of Agnes Water. Try and get that knocked over and get some things put away. So, yeah, still a bit of the wreck of the Hesperus here. This is the mattress from the after cabin, which I've been alternatingly put out in the sun when it is sunny. It has been most of the time. It is starting to dry. So yeah, I've still got the hand pump there, ready to go, which I attend to several times a day. It does the main builds because that electric pump seems to have stopped. A little bit of a grey morning here today at 1770, but it is supposed to dry up and become sunny again like yesterday. Well, just about every day, really. So, okay, well, the laundry all done. Not all. There's still more to go. Let's not get too excited. But yeah, I bought 2 bags, 2 machines, 2 dryers, basically, to get it today's lot done, so I'm just basically packing it away, making sure all the locations that it's going have all been cleaned out and dried, which I've sort of been doing over the last couple of days. Some of the stuff I'm still going to air out here. It's getting blasted by the southerly, so that's not a bad thing. So yeah, get this away. At some stage I'll take the next load, but there's not such urgency now. Still drying other things out before I put them away. Yeah, mattress is still out there. I want to make sure it's 100% or as close to as I can get. Yes, so days later I'm still going through the process of drying and stuff. That's got water in it. And basically I hauled all of this stuff out of it. It's basically all over the deck. Yeah, lots of stuff. So just got to drain the water out, let it sit in the sun. It's sunny today again, so that's very helpful, and a breeze, so that's not going to go amiss when trying to dry things. Yeah, amazing how much stuff you got, eh? Until you got to dry it all. Just thought I'd lift the cabin floor again just to recheck the bilge. There's also one of the electric pumps has stopped working, which I think is that one there. And along the way I've found a wireless microphone, a charge cable, toilet brush, which were washing around underneath there somewhere, and so they weren't that clean, believe me. And along with banana skins and other lovely things that, yeah, fall to the bottom, if you like. Okay, so looking at this pump, looks like there's a black and a brown coming out of it. And if I go back here, just get down, and here it is here, and I can see it waggling at the other end. And guess what? It's been cut. So I have to assume that during all the movement something went flying through it and severed it. So, because it was working, and then it wasn't, and now it isn't. So I have put my hand underneath here and found that there is another cable, brown, to match it. So I'm going to lift this part of the floor, which unfortunately needs screwing, but that's fine. Let's just do that and see what happens. Okay, that's loose now, so not after one of the screws getting burred, but you get that. Anyway, let's pull this apart and let's see what we find. Alright, look, there's actually a junction box there, so that's either going to make it confusing or easy. Yeah, either way. Let's see, a few things disconnected by the looks of it. Let's see what we can find out. Y'all want to hear some music? Listen to this sweet sound. I have no idea what happened here. All the wires were corroded and chopped cleanly off. So, bizarro town. Anyway, this is a start. Okay, so I've decided to bypass this junction, as in, I can't even tell if there are even screws in there. That's all I think corroded to bits. So how this was actually stuck together in the first place, I'm really not quite sure. So I'll just grab my crimping pliers and I'll test it first, actually, before I do that. How about that for a good idea? Okay, we've closed up the operation. Floor's back down. Let's just give that a final test to make sure we didn't sever all the wires in the process. Listen to the noise, it is very nice. Okay, I deserve a wine. Good morning. It is Thursday the 17th of October 2024. Yeah, I've been a bit on and off the last few days, so I haven't really got anything new. I just thought I'd put together some of the impressions of things that have been going on in the last few days here at 770 in Queensland, Australia. At the moment, it's the full moon. Hunter's moon, I think they called it. So,
Yeah, and the result, of course, is for us boaties, the tides. Big tides, big tides. So I'm just going to show you what I'm looking at right now. We're just about at the high tide. Yes, quite spectacular. Okay, so standing up on the foredecker, fast forward, anchors down. The big sandbar here is almost covered. I think it's a 3 meter tide or something today, but you can see as the tide comes up, it opens up a bit of a passage through which the water surges. So it not only comes in through the channel up that way, it's coming in through here as well. You can hear the water obviously rushing around the boats. Very choppy over there, and all the whirlpools here as it goes past. So it's a little bit unnerving when you're on anchor, because yeah, I want it to hold. And more about that later on. Anyway, breakfast time. Yeah, so it's still building. We are less than an hour off high tide now, so I would expect us to start slackening soon. Yeah, you can see the tide, sort of the current rips around here, comes out and then in. So I'm sort of just on the inside of the bend, which is good. But yeah, scary to see this right here. Coming up to the critical moment now. The incoming tide has pretty well run its course. Slack water now. That's the drogue that Forrest and Michelle came up with yesterday. Try and keep the boat pointed into the stream in lieu of the rudder doing that. So yeah, I think it's effective. You can see now the activity out here on the bar has reduced dramatically. The chop has pretty well disappeared, and we should start seeing the tide running out shortly. Yeah, it's not much movement now, it's all pretty slack. So keeping an eye now on the anchor cable, which you can just see there. What I've done here is basically lashed a metal winch handle to the anchor cable and let it run out about 4 or 5 meters, with the view to basically when it goes slack, it should fall to the bottom rather than float, hopefully passing under the keel if the boat passes over the line of the cable. I'm waiting here with bated breath. Okay, so we're swinging around very slowly now that the tide's turning. We're actually an hour after the official high tide. But yeah, it doesn't happen on the straight away, of course. But we seem to be swinging around nicely now. Yeah. So far, so good. See now, it's calmed down significantly from that rush this morning. The current is slowly starting to move out, which is we've now swung into that, which is brilliant. It's what I expect to happen. I think a little zephyr of a breeze from the north's really helped as well. You can't escape how beautiful it is here at the same time though. So yeah, all that stuff on the water is that algae stuff. Can't remember the official name, try something or other. Very hard, I don't know. Yeah. Thank you for watching another Fast Forward to Queensland video. As always, don't forget to like, comment on YouTube and subscribe to Dawn Radar.